Hello and welcome to the strategy puzzle game Into the Breach. I'm a little bit upset because I just lost recording footage from playing this game for 13 minutes doing a showcase. So sorry if I'm going a little fast. Okay, I'm going to start a new game because I stopped the previous one. Okay, this game's all about stopping some bugs from taking over the world. You're these huge mech dudes. Each one is meant to complement each other. They all have to work together to do this. These are the Rift Walkers. You got the combat mech, you got the cannon mech, and you got the artillery mech. The combat mech punches dudes. See, look at that video right there. Bam! This dude shoots dudes. It goes ba-ba-ba-boom! And this artillery mech does both. It shoots, does damage, and pushes all adjacent tiles. It's so cool. However, the trade-off is that it does less damage. And guess what? There's so many dang squads that you can do, and they all do different things. This one's main thing is pushing enemies. This one right here, the Rusting Holts, these guys are all about putting down dust clouds, because dust clouds means that enemies can't attack. You know, things like that. There's the Steel Joduku. These guys are all about throwing enemies. These guys are about setting literally everything on fire. It's so cool. They all do a bunch of different crap. There's a bunch of difficulty settings. We're going to be going on hard because we're hardcore gamers. And that'll give me a good... And we're going to be doing one battle, one or two. This is the President of the United States. He's so bad at his job that he needs us to help for him. Preserve farms. We have to defend the satellite launches. Look at all these stinky bugs right here. So, at the start of every battle, we have to put down some X. Bam, bam, bam. I've now calculated the perfect spot for each mech in my head. Bam, bam, bam. So... If I were to describe what this game is most like, it is like chess puzzles on chess.com. If you've ever heard of those, essentially what they are is it gives you a chessboard with a situation, and you have to figure out what the right move is. And the reason why it's similar to this game is that, as you have seen, all the enemies have positioned themselves and ready for attack. That's what this red means. It means that they are about to attack. So what our job is we have to figure out where to move, and which enemies to attack. And when we end the turn, all the enemies that are still alive will do an attack. Now, something cool is that we can push these enemies out of the way so that they're moved, and they're just attacking nothing, like a complete and total fool. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to push this enemy out of the way. It had webbed me, so I couldn't move. And then I'll use my artillery mech to hit this enemy and push this enemy out of the way so it's not attacking any more buildings. And then I will end my turn and laugh as all the enemies attack nothing. They are attacking nothing. They are incompetent fools. If you see right here on the side, there are side missions. Everything is a side mission. And you want to try to do those. Now, if you don't complete them, you don't lose. You only lose if your buildings get attacked, because your buildings are your life source. They are what powers the mech. So when you run out of life force, you lose. So you always want to be protecting the buildings. The side missions come second, and your own life comes third, because if you die in the battle, you come back at the end, but you're just not there for the rest of the battle. So there's that. Looks like these fools just don't quit. The new enemies spawned in. This one gives all the enemies extra health, which is awesome, which makes them so much easier to kill, as I'm sure you're thinking. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to punch this dude up here. That kills him. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot these guys. Boom. Now, unfortunately, this ain't gonna go so well, because this dude's gonna be attacking the building. However, if you look up here, grid for defense 15%, that means there's a 15% chance that it won't do anything at all, which I know is going to happen right flipping now. Alright, that takes fire damage. Alright, that's gonna attack and protect it. Alright, no, 148 people just died because of me. Anyways, onwards to satellite launch. Wow, look at the pretty rockets. Yay, everyone's clapping. Okay, this dude's on fire now, which means taking gradual damage. If I hover over it, it should say that it'll die, because enemies take fire damage. No, it has 2 health. Well, it will take 1 to 5 damage at the start of the turn. If you go up here, you can see the attack order, which is very helpful because you can push an enemy that is attacking second into attacking enemy that attacks third, so it can kill it before the third one even has a chance to attack, which just adds to the layers and layers of strategy. Okay. This dude isn't attacking anything, so I'm not going to worry about him. I'm just going to mainly worry about these problematic problemos. I'm going to move over here. I'm going to punch this dude to the death. That is right, ladies and gentlemen, to the death. I'm going to do this. I'm going to shoot it. And then I'm going to shoot this. And all the mechs kind of work individually to take care of the problem. You want to kill enemies ASAP, because if there's like 7 enemies on the field, you're not going to be able to handle all of them at once. No one's really able to do that. So this is the last turn. When the turn ends, all these idiots run away because they're all too scared. Luckily, this was a pretty good turn because nothing really spawned and nothing hard really spawned either. So that was pretty easy. In turn, we win. Everyone watches Saturday launches. No one remembers about how I let 147 people die. Everything's cool. 2/3 of the trees are on fire. It's great because we defended the satellites, and that's all that matters. The 4th of July has been saved. Now, I'm feeling good, so we're going to move on to Remembrance Point. And now these have different side missions. Block them from spawning. If you stand over where they're spawning, they won't spawn up for a turn. And protect the coal plant. We must make sure they are powered. Now, these are all mines. Don't step on the mines because you'll take damage. This is pretty good. Something I should have mentioned is that everything in this game is randomly generated. It's a roguelite, if you will. So what that means is every time you boot up the game, every level it loads in, it's all random. Now there are missions that are similar. There's like sets and stuff, but where enemies spawn is random, what they do is random, what the levels will look like is random. Everything is random, which creates infinite content, and is also in a way how it's similar to the chess puzzles on chess.com. Now this dude's pretty tough because it attacks 2 tiles at once and does 2 damage. So we want to take care of this immediately by... Okay, I'm going to punch this dude onto the mines. Aw, it just died. And I leveled up from killing it. Awesome. Okay. Something to keep in mind is that I do not want to... I don't want in my mechs to step on this, because if they step on it, then they die. However, looky here. I can move over. As long as I'm not standing on them, they don't explode. So, this is... I'm going to move these mechs in the water. When you're in water, you can't shoot. But I can't really do too much right now, unfortunately. So, I'm going to... I'm going to push this enemy and enemy. They both take damage. Yada yada. Alright. 4 more turns. I'm going to try to go fast just for the sake of time. So if I make a mistake, it's definitely because of that. That dude walked into a mine because it's a silly Billy. That is the official medical term for that. Now, I'm going to once again do the genius strategy of attacking my own dude. But first, I want to move... man. This is yet another turn where my... you know what? Screw it. It's anarchy. But boom! Yeah, a bunch of my mechs just took damage. It is, as we call in the filmmaking industry, not a big deal. Man. I'm going to move my mech over here so I can kill this dude. So my dude can move over here so I can kill this dude. And now, in order to do that, now a bunch of people are going to die. But it's also not a big... It's also not a big deal, because now you understand how we can coordinate attacks to even better. And 147 people just died. It's no big deal. It's totally fine. It's totally fine. Because people totally are not going to die this time. And remember, it's hard mode. You know, people, you know, it's just an inevitability of war or something. I don't really know. So I'm gonna push this dude in the water so it drowns. I laugh. I'm gonna push this dude in the water so it dies. I laugh. Okay. These enemies don't look too threatening. I am now feeling threatened. Okay. I know what to do. Move this guy over here. Push him back. It falls into mine. It dies. I laugh. Now, you might think, Dillon, shoot this guy, but that's actually, not smart at all. Because, what about this guy? I need to actually protect citizens this time. Now, if I punch this dude away, then my guy can move. If my guy can move, then I can shoot undo. Then I can stand in the flames and shoot this guy. I just got an achievement for Watery Grave. In turn, I'm popping off. People definitely didn't die because of me. It's all good. You know, sometimes it happens. You know, I definitely couldn't have prevented those. But now, everyone in the city can now have coal for their stockings on Christmas because they were all naughty. Anyways, I hope this has given you a good idea of what this game is like, how it works, what makes it a puzzle game. Below, I will go into more detail about the behind the scenes, about how the game was made, what the developers are like, yada yada.